So yesterday I planned my writing, my personal narrative. Remember, that's a story about myself. So I just want to tell you a little bit about my weekend. And so my plan, I separated my paper into 4 boxes, a BMME, a beginning, middle, end. And these are my 2 main ideas, my 2 middle focuses that I'm going to give you all the information about. And as I am writing, I'm asking myself those question words: who, what, when, where, why, and how. And so that's going to give the reader of my paper more specific details so they know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm going to tell you about my weekend. So I'm going to start my weekend paper with, it was a 3-day weekend. We stayed home for safety, safer at home, and it was fun. But we had to start off with raking leaves. That was not so much fun. It was gross. And there were so many bags. And so I'm asking myself that question, how many bags? There were 14 bags. And sneezing. So now I'm asking my question, who? Who were sneezing? My kids were sneezing. Oh, and I know, to be specific, I have to give them names. And their names are Kate and Corey. And notice capital letters. I know I have to capitalize names. Now, I also want to tell you that over the weekend, my niece had a birthday party, and her name is Shaylee. And for her birthday, because we're practicing social distancing, remember I said it was a scavenger hunt. And so we got balloons and candy, and she drove around from place to place, and she followed clues, and she went from one place to the next place, picking up her gifts and finding her gifts. And we just set the gifts outside, but that's details that I'll include in my text. Remember that on a plan, I am not using complete sentences. This is just a place for me to jot down my writing, and it's a place to guide my ideas and keep me on track. At the end of the story, it was a rainy day at the end of Saturday, and it was a time spent with family at home. It was fun and relaxing. Notice I use that same word as the beginning. Okay, so now I have my plan. I have my ideas written down. If you didn't get that far yesterday, that's okay, because remember, this isn't due until next Friday, May 1st. So take your time, plan your 2 middles, and then work on your beginning and your end. So watch what I'm gonna do, because I'm ready to start writing. So I'm gonna fold my plan, because right now I only am gonna focus on my beginning. So I'm gonna come down here and shout out what I'm gonna do first. Yes, I heard it. I heard it. You said 2-finger indent, and I sure am going to do that. And I'm going to start with my 2-finger indent. My weekend was fun, even though I stayed home and had to do a little bit of work. I'm so glad we had an extra day off of, yes, I heard you say it, school. And that's what it meant by a 3-day weekend. Notice I have my plan right here next to me. So as I'm writing, I'm remembering what I wanted to say in the beginning. Now I'm just going to reread. My weekend was fun, even though I stayed home and had to do a little bit of work. I'm so glad we had an extra day off of school. Now I'm ready to go to my next middle. And what do I have to do when I move from one box to the next box? Think about it. Yeah, you remember, whenever I move from one box to the next box, I start a new paragraph, start a new line with a 2-finger indent. So this is raking leaves. So I'm going to say, I'll start with we. We had to work a little over the weekend because we had to rake leaves. So many leaves. That's what I have right here on my plan. Who, Kate, Corey, and I raked and bagged 14 bags of leaves. It took us a long time to rake the leaves, but we were finished before the rains came, or the rain, maybe it's just rain came on Saturday. Now, I'm going to stop right there and look what I've done. I've taken my plan. I've written a beginning and a middle. Here's my indentation and my indentation. So now I'm seeing an organized draft based on what I had planned. As you're writing, this is what I want you to do. Have your plan right next to you so that it guides where you want your ideas to go in your draft. Notice I only did my first 2 boxes. So tomorrow I can keep going with my next 2 boxes. Okay, I will see you tomorrow. Happy writing.